Hello Stampers and welcome to Laura's Stamp Pad. Look at this gorgeous glittery little snowflake wonderful card here. Perfect for any of your winter occasions, but also perfect for a great holiday card that you could create. So there's that fabulous little glitter there on the bottom and the snowflakes falling. This would be one of those great cards if you like to send out more of like a winter card rather than Christmas, because you know you're not going to get it out in time for Christmas. Wink wink. I know there's some of those people out there that like to do that, or you like to put a Christmas photo in with your holiday card. So you could always send this out into January and February. So super cute and I love it. I want to show you how I did that that nice little snowy bottom down there with all of that glitter. So let's just set this aside a little bit, and what I did is I took a little scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock and just ripped it. So I don't recommend actually ripping it like as in like one full swoop, but instead just sort of you know, peeling it down slowly as you go along, and you can have like little bumps and everything just to make it look like there's you know, like snowy banks or it's drifted or something like that, so it makes it a little bit more real. So no worries if you're a little off, and this is a great way to use up those little white scraps that you have left over. So now I just brought in my silicone mat because I figured it would be easier to see this on the silicone mat than it would be on a piece of scrap paper that's also white. And I have my palette knife and my embossing paste. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to swipe on a very thin layer of embossing paste over this piece of cardstock. So you can see I don't really have a lot on here, just a very small piece, because you don't want to put a whole bunch on there or a thick layer because it'll take a lot longer to dry, and also you don't need that much, and it'll start to curl too, which is another thing that sometimes happens. So we're just going to smear on a very thin layer of this all over that piece of Whisper White. So now that we have that smeared onto there, I'm just going to pick it up, push this aside, bring in a little container that has Dazzling details in it, and I'm just going to take this little spoon and pour it over my embossing paste and make sure it's all nice and covered. And then we're just going to tap off the excess. So now while it's still wet and everything, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my piece of 4" by 5 1/4 inches of Whisper White cardstock, and I'm just going to add a little bit of snail all along the bottom here. And I have already stamped my snowflakes on there. Those snowflakes are actually from the Colorful Seasons stamp set. So I have that all lined up there on the bottom and press. And you'll notice it's a little like wet still from that embossing paste. So of course I do have glitter all over my hands, but that's okay. Just gonna brush that off into the trash can, and now we have that fabulous, gorgeous look. So you could always adhere this onto your card first, but sometimes you might end up getting a little bit more glitter stuck in the nooks and crannies of where that paper is. So that's why I've decided to do it after. So if you're making multiples and wish to do it that way, then that might be something that you do, but otherwise you could always do it after the fact as well. So no worries, you can go with either one. So that's how I did that. Then I just added a few of the coordinating framelits. So I actually used the Colorful Seasons stamp set, which has these fabulous little snowflakes on it, and then the Coordinating Seasonal Layers framelits has the 3 snowflakes. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And the reason why I love this set is because there's 3, and so I can crank it through the Big Shot once and get one of each of these and not have to crank it through a million times. If you have another set that does have snowflakes, feel free to crank through all the different ones to make it nice and quick and simple. For the greeting though, I actually used the Everyday Label Punch, which is this one from the new Holiday Mini Catalog, and I used the greeting from the Snowflake Sentiments stamp set. So you could always always use those 2 snowflakes and use the coordinating framelits for those, which die cut out 2 images. So you could always do just 2 of the snowflakes die cut, or at least you still have multiples with that. So for the greeting, I actually did one in Night of Navy and one in Whisper White with the greeting on it, and I just offset them. So one goes up and down and one goes side to side, and so then you have that fabulous look with that nice little background. One of the other things I did want to show you while I was doing this, I thought I would try it out, is I'm just going to take the palette knife that has just a little bit of embossing paste on it and just tap a few little places all around to see if that picks up some of the glitter as just a little more focal point for glitter on my project. So let's see, we're just going to add just a few little spots here and there. And then now I'm just going to put this back in here and pour some right over each of those, tapping off all of the excess. So we'll see how this one turns out. I kind of thought this one needed a few little like jewels around and stuff, but I didn't like the fact that the jewels were in silver or gold rather than the white iridescent. So let's see how this one turns out, and I'll keep you posted. I'll post pictures of both of these on my blog, laurastamppad.com, so you can check that out there. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe if you're new, as I post every Tuesday and Thursday. You can subscribe by clicking down here, and you can check out some of my other videos over here. I'll see you all next time. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.